Woodstock 1969 symbolized the countercultural movement of the 60s by showcasing peace and love to a massive group of people. Woodstock showed people that we can all get along and not have to worry about our differences. Billy Joel included this in his song to show people's different viewpoints on the cultural and political changes. Even though Woodstock wanted all this peace and love, that doesn't mean there weren't bad things that happened at Woodstock. What is Woodstock? Woodstock was a music festival and it would last up to 3 days. It would have many different artists like Jimi Hendrix, The Who, Jefferson Airplane, and Janis Joplin, along with many others. They would come and perform for everyone that was there. They thought of it as a way of bringing everyone together without worrying about all the fighting that was happening with the Cold War. Woodstock would take place on August 15th to the 18th in 1969, and it was located at Max Reuter's Dairy Farm in Bethel, New York. They estimated about 100,000 people would show up, but over 400,000 people attended that year. They didn't have any sleeping places for everyone, so people brought tents to stay in. They had food stands, water places, and bathroom areas for people that attended. People would go off in a pond that was nearby, swim, or take baths in there. But if they weren't doing that, they were probably doing drugs. People that attended Woodstock were primarily young people, many of whom were hippies or part of the countercultural movement. They strongly opposed the controversial Vietnam War and wanted to spread the message of peace and love, with many of these people using psychedelic drugs. They would do these drugs to explore alternate states of consciousness as a way of challenging sociological norms and embracing a countercultural lifestyle. They loved psychedelic rock, folk music, and other forms of art. This became important to express of the hippie heroes. They normally would dress in bright colors, fully clothing, and natural products, with long hair and sandals being common. But most people at Woodstock didn't even wear any clothes. They would walk around naked. It wasn't cold outside, so it was expected. Weather conditions. The festival began on August 15th with sunny and warm weather. The weekend was relatively mild, with daytime highs ranging from 79 degrees to 83 degrees, till the rain started before midnight on Friday, August 15th, and would continue overnight with a drizzle pestering on Saturday morning. While the rain subdued somewhat in the late afternoon, the sun didn't last long as the rain slowly came back. A major thunderstorm hit on Sunday, damping heavy rain and creating a sea of mud that was ankle deep in some places. The rain and mud created challenging conditions for attendees, but it also fostered a sense of resilience among these present. The rain caused many problems for people staying in fields. Woodstock. There were many problems that happened at Woodstock, like safety challenges, including massive traffic jams, muddy conditions, and 2 deaths. They had more people than expected, with everyone coming in cars. All these people caused a traffic jam, making people stranded and causing them to walk all the way to Woodstock. The rain had made it difficult for people to move around. It caused problems for people sleeping in fields, making it uncomfortable for people to sleep, so most people didn't even have much sleep. The food situation started to rise as the prices got more and more higher, and they started to run out of food and water for people. Plus, the sanitation was not good whatsoever. The safety conditions also weren't good. The main feeder cable supplying the festival with electricity became worn out and exposed, creating a potential for mass electrocution. Also, there were 2 people that died at the festival, an 18-year-old Marine due to leave for activity service, who was found dead on suspicion of heroin overdose, or possibly LSD, and a 17-year-old who was ran over by a tractor by people who were playing on a tractor without watching where they were going. Woodstock was full of people coming together and finding ways to get along without a single problem. They shared their peace and love through music. Even with all these problems and mistakes that people made, people still found a way to come together as one. Billy Joel put this in a song to show that it didn't matter what was going on through the world, people still found a way to come together as one without worrying about all the problems and all the mistakes everyone was making all around the world.